Hello everybody, welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Boss Rush Games. I'm your host and Latte Excited ADV. Joining me is the one, the only bossman himself, Mr. Corey Dirrig. Hello, good sir.
Hello, I'm here and ready to Nintendo Pow Block it up, as they say.
Yes.
I don't know who says that. I'm got a lot to do in the next couple weeks, so
how are you? How are you doing today?
I'm tired. That's what I am.
Parenting.
No, other things, but save that for off-air conversations. It's fine.
Well, how was your weekend?
It was okay. We went to my cousin's daughter's birthday party yesterday, which was fun. They did it at this crafting place in about a half hour away from where I live, so that was cool. It was fun. It's always good when the kids can get together and hang out, even if sometimes the parents don't get along sometimes. But it was a good time. It was fun. And then today, we made wings.
Ooh, boneless or just regular?
No,
wings?
just regular. In the air fryer, shaking them up in the sauce. So that was fun.
What sauce did you do?
Just Buffalo Ranch is what it was called.
Okay.
It's very good. I still smell it on my fingers, which is fine, but
okay.
Well,
I had to take the Saturday off. My manager, she had to cut hours, and so she just like, hey, take Saturday off. I'll give you PTO. I was like, cool. Thursday, I was supposed to work overnight because they were supposed to do the floors. They called my manager, I think right before she's about to leave, and told her that they weren't coming. So what the manager that was there already moved half of the store. She was upset. So he had to move all of that back. So she gave me that night off and gave me PTO. And then she changed my schedule on Friday. She's like, can you work 9 to 5 so the truck will come? I was just like, yeah, I can. The truck came in like 20 minutes like after I just like got there at work. I'm like, oh wow. But other than that, pretty much nothing else. I pre-ordered Bayonetta Origins, but the odd thing is my normal Best Buy that I go to is not getting the game. So I gotta go to another Best Buy that's like 15 minutes from my job.
You could just get it on Amazon.
I know, I'm done with Amazon with video games.
Well,
Okay.
Okay.
Like I want my game on the day of release. I don't want to wait a week after it comes out.
That's fair.
Because they did that.
Also, you're the only person I know that has that problem consistently.
Dude, I remember how I pre-ordered all of these games. So why am I getting them a week after they came out? Like that happened.
Are you a Prime subscriber?
I'm not a Prime subscriber.
Well,
that's
why.
But Prime
subscribers get first.
But Prime subscribers shouldn't matter. Prime shouldn't matter if you're all pre-ordering.
Of course it matters. They're gonna fulfill the people that are already giving them extra money. That's how business works.
But the thing about it is, but you would think that if I pre-order, if there's no incentive saying that when you pre-order you're not going to get it day one, then put that on there. Let me know, so then I can pre-order at the store and go get it.
They do put that on there.
They didn't do it when I did it.
Well, no, it's just like a general page on their website that you look at and say, oh, well, I'm not a Prime subscriber, so I'm probably not going to get it on day one.
But a week after it comes out?
Yeah, they fulfill the other orders first. That's how it works.
That's a shame.
It's how their business model works.
And that's why I say it's a shame.
I mean, if you don't pay for Netflix, are you going to watch their content?
I mean,
no.
If the content is good.
You can't watch Netflix if you don't pay for it, technically.
Well, there's certain ways
I know
around
there's other ways. I
that.
was I was going by the law-abiding business model.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that yes, that. Uh, no, but it just didn't make sense that I would get. I could understand getting a game late if they're going to fulfill orders. Okay, that's fine, but not a week after the game came out, like
Well,
a week, Corey.
you don't get 2-day shipping anyway unless you pay for it. So
I'm
like
not even.
if you're paying for standard shipping, that's
Mhm.
5 to 7 business days.
But
And
the thing,
that's standard though. That's standard.
but the thing about it is that if I was going to pay for standard shipping, okay, fine. Why are some items that I order from when it's Amazon come in 3 days, but a video game is coming 5 to 7 days? That
I
doesn't
don't
make sense.
I don't know. You should talk to your local representative from Amazon and see why that's the problem.
Where that local representative is in Wisconsin.
Oh, well, my local representative is 15 minutes away. So also there's three fulfillment centers within 30 minutes of my house. So that's why I usually get stuff either overnight or same day or
Same
whatever.
day,
Or
right?
early sometimes.
So that's why I just cut Amazon off. It's just like this is ridiculous. I rather order it from Best Buy and go pick it up because it was the same thing with Target. Like when we was doing the Zelda Joy Cons and I did the pre order and everything, there should
Mhm.
have been no problems. But they, of course, they end up canceling it and everything. But I'm just like, why is this? Why bad business practice if you're going to delay or cancel somebody's order without telling them and everything? You know,
I guess I don't see the technical business problem of your.
I think if they tell you
I think you're
pre
just mad that everybody's getting it before you, and you don't pay for the service that allows you to get it before everyone
because
else.
I don't order from Amazon that much no more. Like if I was
Well,
constantly ordering from Amazon, that's fine. But I'm like, if I could order from Best Buy and it's more available there, I'm gonna go there and pick it up. The process is easy. I don't have to really wait. I just drive up there, show them my thing, get my stuff, and then I'm out. I bounce.
yeah. Well, the thing is I don't ever want to leave my house unless I absolutely have to, and Amazon is convenient, and they get it to me. The only game of recent memory that I have had issues getting it to me
Mm-hmm.
was uh Metroid Prime. Um, what do you call it?
Remastered.
Remastered. Well, that's because I ordered it like like a week after, and then like, oh well, your order can't be fulfilled till like mid March, and then I ended up getting it like a week later. So
Shoot, that I think that's why I just like, pre-orders are up on Best Buy. I'll do that. Now I
mhm.
don't know why my Best Buy that I normally go to is not getting it, but I'm just like, well, I do go to this other Best Buy some days, and this Best Buy is by Chick-fil-A, so I might just pick it up and then probably hit Chick-fil-A before I go into work because I got to get it early and everything since I got a mid shift.
I
Uh,
gotta. Speaking of not really Chick-fil-A, but like I guess Chick-fil-A, but like spicy chicken stuff in general,
mm-hmm.
which we'll get to in a little bit. And I'm actually afraid for my body tomorrow. But um, I just, man, the last couple times I've had spicy food, my body just is not great afterwards.
It's a lot
Just
of team rocketing.
it's something. It's
Is it cleansing? I should say.
if that's what you want to call it, it hurts. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my
That
gosh, my neighbors just honked their. Man,
they're
they're
like
just
we're
so
hard.
loud. They're so loud.
Oh
That's
wow.
fine. Anyways, my daughter's also very loud. If you can hear her, that's you know, it's fine. Anyways,
Oh, Corey, I had to ask, how was your daylight savings? Like the time
it
jump?
was awful. What do you mean? What do you mean? How was it? It was awful.
Like, did you wake up late because of it?
No, I woke up at the same the time that it was supposed to be, and it was annoying. So no, did not wake up late. Kids woke me up because they always wake me up. So,
but but would you say that instead of waking you up at like 8 o'clock, you woke up at 9?
no, I woke up at 8.
Oh wow!
What do you mean? No, that's not how
Because
life works with children, Ed.
no, I'm talking about daylight savings. I think because of the time jump, you would have been like the
No, you don't understand. That's not how it works.
so your kids is the daylight saving. It's not the actual time.
Yeah, my kids wake me up when they wake up. That's how it works. Doesn't matter. Does not matter.
I'm assuming they run to your room, be like, "Daddy."
It's yeah,
It's a process.
that's awful.
Oh well.
Anyways, no sleep. That's why I'm always tired, and that's why I'm always working late. And yeah, yep,
Someone
life's
needs
tough. Get a helmet.
someone needs another Disney trip.
No, no. Someone needs to live the Kevin McAllister of when I grow up and get married, I'm living alone. So,
Well, everybody, we're going to get into Snacktendo, and I'm going to go first this time with Snacktendo because I had a Shamrock Shake today from McDonald's. Um, when I was drinking it first, it tasted like a orange sherbet shake, which is kind of weird. I'm like, man, this tastes like orange sherbet, but I kept drinking it. And then like, okay, now I could taste the minty flavor of it. But I don't know, the Shamrock Shake just feels odd now compared to how it was back in maybe the 80s and 90s and stuff. Um, and everything. Uh, kind of had a fish fillet quickly after church. My sister brought me a gyro for dinner, so I'm excited about that. Drinking a lot of smart water. I love their lime cucumber. It's like it's so good. Drinking it. I drink it a lot at work and everything. Um, what else? That's pretty much it. I didn't do well. Actually, no, I did do Domino's Thursday. Because um, it was like snowing a little bit bad here, and um, the roads kind of look covered. So I was kind of just like, well, you know what? I'm going instead of me driving out trying to get something to eat, I'm gonna order Domino's. So I ordered um, Italian sausage pizza, and I had a chicken parmesan sandwich. Which was really good. Real funny though. Funny thing is, so I ordered 4 drinks, and it was supposed to be 1 Sprite, 1 Coke, 2 Fantas. They're always supposed to be the 20 ounce. When the driver came and gave me my food and dropped off the drinks, they gave me all 4 2 liters. I was just like, oh wow. I was just like, oh, okay. Well, I got drinks for the week. Anyone want a 2 liter? So, but that's pretty much it for Snack Tender for me. That's all I've been really snacking on. Not too much. Not trying to destroy my stomach or anything like that.
I feel like that's a lie. I feel like there's more. I feel like somebody finally embarrassed you enough to like not.
No, no, that's pretty much it. Haven't really went out to go get anything new yet or anything. Like haven't just like, oh, let me try. No, nothing like that.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I believe you, Ed. Just saying.
You guys would get on me if for anything I eat. If I could just say I had to set it all week in water, y'all be like, I doubt
I'd be
that.
like, thank God Ed finally ate something healthy. He's gonna live.
Corey, what had you been snacking on?
I mean, nothing really. I mean, our wings really. We had pizza at the party yesterday, but really the only thing is wings. We ate a lot of wings at dinner tonight. My wife made some in the air fryer, and we sauced them up and ate them, and that's kind of it. We just, I don't know, man. We ate a lot of crap this weekend, and I don't feel great about it, but it's fine. If you want to be a Patreon producer, head on over to Patreon, patreon.com/bossrushmedia, and find out which tier is right for you. Our Patreon producers at the $5 tier or higher for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dirrig, Francisco Santillan, and Rebecca Jewell. Thank you for your continued support.
Now it's time for Playing with Power. Corey, what have you been playing with Power?
The only thing I've been playing on Switch is Disney Dreamlight Valley, because I have now progressed far enough along to where I'm starting to do all the quests for the characters now instead of like gaming the system and making all this money. And I've started to upgrade my tools to like their final form or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing in that game. I'm still having a blast. I put more time into Dreamlight Valley in the last, I don't know, 3 months than I have of any other game, including Destiny.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm also trying to finish Hogwarts Legacy before Friday, because Friday's our second book club episode on Hogwarts Legacy, and I'm close, but like there's just so much to do between now and PAX that, like, you know, we're recording extra episodes of stuff this week because of travel time for PAX and just being gone in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we're trying to get guests and do all this other stuff, and trying to plan some other stuff, because I don't know what our extra content's going to look like after April because of some personnel changes, we'll say. And so there's just a lot going on, but I'm going to do my best at
Soldier on.
yeah, if that's what you want to call it. So yeah, I've actually been playing a lot of games on my Series S out in the living room.
Oh, nice.
And man, that console, man, I think once companies have started to like figure it out, Hogwarts Legacy runs pretty flawlessly on that console.
Series S.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because like the first like minute or two
Mm-hmm.
runs at like 30 frames a second, but then once you get into the game, it starts running at 60, and it's like, why does the first couple minutes only run at 30 and then the rest of it runs at 60? I don't know.
That's weird. Is it like the cutscenes?
No, it's just like when you load into the game, like the first 2 minutes of the game just runs at 30, and then once you get moving, like I don't know, there's just this point where like the frame rate shoots up, and it's like, oh well, that's nice. So I usually like let it load in, and then I will go get a snack or go to the bathroom or do something, and then I will come back, and it'll just be like it basically basically it runs at 1080p 60. And there's some visual degradation from the Series X version, obviously, but like not much. And I'm assuming that this is how it's going to look on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And I'm still trying to wrap my head around how this is going to run on Switch, because I have no idea. There are literal like parts of I don't even know how some of the game is going to run on Xbox One or PS4 without a significant load, right? Like there's literally a thing where like, oh, I open this door and it leads out into a new space, and now everything just looks different, and it's like, oh my gosh, what I don't know how this is going to work. Basically how Ratchet and Clank on PS5 wanted you to think their dimensional transitions were working, although that was pretty scripted, and a lot of people I've heard say that game could probably run on a PlayStation 4 pretty naturally with some light rework, like porting. uh,
Yeah,
but
because
yeah,
wasn't that supposed to like hide the loading in the game in a
yeah,
sense?
yeah. But the some tech people that I've listened to said that Ratchet and Clank is a pretty like it's intense, but not intense enough to even like the dimensional change stuff. Like, is nothing that a PlayStation 4 couldn't do.
So it's not
Really,
taxing the system of a PlayStation 5.
yeah. So
Mm, okay.
I mean, the SSD obviously helps it do that, but like, I don't know. We'll
I
see.
I I feel like Hogwarts Legacy for Switch is gonna get delayed. I think it's gonna get delayed.
It's
Not
already
until
been
next
delayed
year.
twice.
I mean, they're going to. I feel like they're going to delay it again. I think that probably won't come out to October or November this year.
Which is fine because you're gonna put it out a month after Zelda. I don't know. I, I look, I'm gonna get it on Switch because I'm curious.
Curious.
I mean, I'm just for the show. I'm gonna get it for Switch anyway, but like, I'm just I'm really curious at how that game is gonna run on this console.
Cause
You know.
I still waited to get the Series X version, but I think because there's so many other games that's coming out that I want to get and play, I put like that and Dead Space remake. I just put them to the side. I'm like I'll get to those whenever. The Switch one I will buy too because I think around that time, depending on if they get a delay, if they delay it at least until October, November, I'll be fine.
Mhm.
If it's a pretty big release week, whenever it comes out, it's gonna be a real a tough one because I'm just like, do I get that or do I get something that's more anticipated than Hogwarts Legacy? If it comes out a week that it's the big game of the week, then yeah, I'll definitely.
Well, Hogwarts Legacy comes out literally the day I think before Pikmin. So,
Dang it.
I mean, that's pretty on the nose, I guess.
Yeah, because
But
I think I got my Pikmin 4 already pre reserved. So,
yeah.
uh,
I mean, I am excited for Pikmin and Hogwarts. I just you know,
just want to.
need to prioritize some stuff, especially with like we also got to figure out how long the Zelda book club's going to be.
Oh,
Uh
right.
yeah. So, I mean, I'm thinking Zelda's going to be at least 2, maybe 3 episodes.
I'm probably gonna go for 4.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't want to waste that many episodes on Zelda.
well, I know, but I think because of there's something about maybe like the intro, like the first part, um, the sky part, what's new with the ground, and then the ending. To me, uh, I think that's how I'm going to be looking at it. In that way.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, I just I think Zelda is going to be a really interesting game to jump on and see what's new and what's similar. I mean, I've gone on record saying as much as I love Breath of the Wild, I'm kind of worried about is are they changing too much like the vehicle stuff? I'm like,
mhm.
what are you what are you doing, you know?
Well, and a lot of people, I don't know why, but a lot of people started getting worried about this game, about Tears of
Mhm.
the Kingdom. And I'm like, what for? What is there to worry about? Is it because there's still not enough that people feel they don't know about? Like, I don't know. Do Nintendo need to do a deep dive on Tears of the Kingdom? Like, what do we want to know? Just new,
Well,
what's new, or
I
oh, go ahead.
mean, I think I think we're going to get some sort of Zelda direct right before the
Hmm.
game comes out, but I don't think they're going to reveal a lot. Um so we'll see. I'm a little worried. A lot of people are calling it Legend of Zelda Nuts and Bolts, and I'm like, I don't need that. I don't need that. Uh, I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right? They're referencing the Banjo Kazooie game.
Benjo Kazooie, yeah, on 360. They said that one was a fun game, but I think the mechanic for the vehicle stuff was like
Hmm.
and everything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm a little worried. I'm man, if we have to build our own vehicles and stuff, that's gonna
Hmm.
not be. I'm hopefully
Do
they have blueprints for vehicles that just get the job done, and people
yeah,
can kind of do what they want with the other stuff. I'm also worried that this game. I mean, this is the biggest Switch game we've had to date, right? So,
yes. If
just a
I'm,
little stressed is all about
I,
it.
I, f- I feel like definitely with Monolith Soft, the way that they did Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I think now with them working with the team, with the Zelda team,
Hmm.
I think the issues that they had with Breath of the Wild, I think those are going to be very minimal. I think I would be fine if this game just, whether it was at 1080 or 720 or 920 or whatever, but it had a steady 30 frames per second, I would be fine with it.
Hmm.
If there was no dips or anything, uh, and it just runs smoothly, I'm fine with that. I'm not worried about the graphics and the weather and stuff like that. I think just the frame rate for some people are supposed to be like, if it's a smooth frame rate that's locked, let's go. That's all I care for.
Hmm.
And then everything else, that's not a technical, that's isn't technical, they'll worry about later. You know,
Hmm. Yeah.
because because the thing about it is everybody's gonna compare it to Metroid Prime Remaster. I'm like, you can't really compare those two games,
Yeah, I mean, Zelda's a massive open world game, and
right?
I look, as
And,
long as it runs at a clean 30 and doesn't doesn't like really break when you play the game, then I'm
mm-hmm.
fine. I hope that I hope they're changing or adding to the right parts of the game and leaving the parts that aren't broken alone,
Yes, that is
if
true.
that makes
Yes,
sense.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. So
So that's where I'm at. I just that's where I'm at. I just want Zelda to be good. I'm really hoping that it's everything and more that they are saying, and that you know,
did you think me and you gonna be texting each other like back and forth about that game?
I mean, I will definitely be talking about it. I
Mm-hmm.
think Zelda is going to be important at the
Because I
very
know,
least.
because I know it's gonna be those weeks that because I had told Celeste, I know she's ready for it. I was just like, pretty much everybody's taking that weekend off for that game. Like, of course, the people who get it at midnight gonna start playing it, and at that time, it's just like, do you stay on social media or do you just like, I don't want to see no streams, I don't want to see anyone tweet about it or anything, no video.
Hmm.
Like, it kind
Yeah,
of feels like give it a few days before anything happens.
yeah. Plus, like Zelda, and Zelda to us in a different way is important, and is because it was one of the first games that we covered
Yeah.
as us, and it's like, yeah, I mean, we were talking about other games before that, right? I'm not saying that we didn't cover other games when we started the podcast, but like Zelda is important in a lot of ways, and it would just
Mm-hmm.
it would kind of be almost devastating if that game was bad in a way, in a lot of ways. Not,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just overthinking it, and I'm being that guy, but it's hard not to think that when the stuff that you've seen is like, well, what are they doing? what
It's
what are you doing?
somehow it's a mix of curiosity and anticipation, with a little bit of expectations. Because I think it's a game. I think Tears of the Kingdom. Nobody. That's definitely a game nobody wants to fail or anything. But they
Yeah.
want to come away from it saying that this is a sequel to Breath of the Wild. There's some familiar parts to it, but something about it feels fresh.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm excited. Like I'm just like, shoot, I'm taking that weekend off. I'm taking that Friday, Saturday, Sunday off because I'm like, I want to play this game, and I wanted, of course, I want to talk about it on Pow Block, but I kind of just like, I want to be in this world by myself for a
Yeah.
good while,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. It's it'll be fun. It's just I'm a little worried is all.
Okay.
I would I'm excited, but I would also be lying if I didn't say I was a little worried.
Okay. Well, for me, I did start up Metroid Fusion on Nintendo Switch Online. Looks great, plays well. Which is funny. It feels good with the Pro controller than it did on the GBA for me.
Hmm.
Um, play the Bayonetta Origins, Cereza, and the Lost Demon demo. Man, I pre-ordered the physical and everything because I didn't know if they was gonna do a physical version or anything, or if it's gonna be a code. I'll find out Friday. The music in this demo, I'm is very piano and strings. It's very acoustic in that sense.
Hmm.
The demo music should be nominated for almost a best soundtrack of the year. Cause I'm like, this is good. Like it does the music doesn't feel very platinum. It feels very Nintendo
Hmm.
in a sense. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this soundtrack is really, really good. Like it does have that Okami slash Zelda feel to it.
Hmm.
And the gameplay in a sense the gameplay feels like a twin stick shooter and everything.
Well,
But it's
it looks
not
like it
difficult to learn.
it looks like Astral Chain a little bit. The like in concept, right? I mean,
Yes.
at least that's what I
Yes.
get from it because you control the animal plus what Cereza. It's not Bayonetta,
Yeah.
it's Cereza, right? So.
Yeah. Cereza. Yeah. Uh yeah, so you control Cereza with the left and the Cheshire with your right, with the sticks. ZL would capture them, ZR is to attack them and
Hmm.
everything.
Yeah.
Uh but there is parts where like I think if you hit R on the top, the Cheshire Cat like drop because your little toy again, and you guys could just walk together
Hmm.
so you don't have to continue walking stuff. But you know, each will help each other uh get like kind of solve puzzles to progress more, to get more to the land and everything. And it is two chapters. I played through both of them. Beautiful looking game. Like it really is beautiful. Voice acting is good. Some of the cutscenes that's on there is great. It'll make you laugh or chuckle at sometimes. I think the only problem that I have with it is this time thing that Bayonetta is doing, like this dance. And
Hmm.
it's not to attack; it's mostly to do like some puzzle stuff. And I had a hard time being able to figure it out and just like what the heck is I'm supposed to do. It's not. I mean, it said a tutorial in written form, but it doesn't teach you what you need to do on how to time this stuff. So that's kind of weird, but it does offer it to do it automatically. So if you get to that point where you need to do it, it will automatically do it itself. So you have that option. You don't have to do it manually. So that's really cool and
Hmm.
everything. But I went into this mug like not knowing how it's going to be, and it just feels so good. Looks beautiful. I looked at him just like Corey will appreciate this animation, like this artwork, you know. So it's definitely if the I don't know how long the game is going to be or anything,
Hmm.
but if it keeps my attention or and people just end up loving it because for Nintendo it's like this big game for the week from Nintendo. um if it does well, I think people are going to really enjoy it, and I could just see this game being, I won't say like a million copy seller, but if it does like 250 or 450 copies, I think that's good for
Yeah.
something like this.
Yeah.
um Started up Disney Dreamlight Valley. Gotta play
Yeah.
some more. uh, Played a little bit of Pronti, the Sea Mermaid Metroidvania game. Checked out Streets of Rage 4 because it got like a huge update for some of the bugs and stuff. So I played that. I Octopath Traveler 2. I'm already close to like 50 hours, and I'm only like halfway through the game because there's like 5 chapters for each character.
Hmm.
I'm at a part where one of my characters is gotta fight this big monster, this big god, and it's kicking my tail. And I'm just like, oh dang it. Like so I'm literally I gotta get like some of the good gear for these characters. Problem is the gear is like $22,000
Mm,
for one piece.
right.
And when I added everything up, it was $204,700. I'm like, oh, so I literally gotta grind with these characters and
Mm,
everything.
I see.
But I think I was the first time I fought him. I think I was almost ready to beat him, but he did like this hit that took off 838 hit points. So he did two of them and killed my whole party. I'm like, oh, dang it. So yeah,
That's
I
funny.
have some work to do with that. But overall, oh, last but not least, I watched History of the World Part 2 on Hulu.
Mm,
This was originally created by Mel Brooks, but Nick Kroll, Wanda Sykes, and Ike Burnham. I think I said his last name wrong. They executive produced it and wrote for it as a TV show, and it was funny. Some stuff I did skip, but there was parts that I was just literally cracking up. I was just like, yeah, they nailed down Mel not Mel Gibson, Mel Brooks. They like really got his comedy because they was having a part where um uh Hitler was ice skating.
mm.
I'm like, what is this nonsense? I'm like, wow, and
Yes, if there's
everything.
something that Hitler is also known for besides, I don't know, mass murder, it's it's ice
It,
skating. So,
exactly. They had musical numbers because Jack Black is in it too.
mm,
I was just like, oh wow. Yeah, one of the girls, one of these French girls from the Revolution, they had this camera, so they brought modern times like she was an influencer and
mm,
everything. So she's just like hashtag love me, no hashtag war and peace, and then she ran off. Because the thing about it is, you know how you hit record on your
hmm.
phone to record yourself. So she had this big camera and she had to wind it up to do the recording. I was just like, this is too much. And she's just like, you guys, stop shooting guns. And so
Mm,
she looked out and seen that her family got killed. And she was like, oh, the only survivor. And she's like, oh my goodness. And then so she's getting this whole spiel. She's like, oh, and now if you leave, make sure that you use the promo my hair to save you 10% off this product. Okay, I love you guys. Hashtag I'm out. Just like this is some nonsense. I was on the floor dying. I
that's
was
funny.
like, wow. But yeah,
That's
History of
funny.
the World Part 2, really good show. And it's only 30 minutes for 8 episodes. So
Mm, I've heard mixed things, but I'm glad somebody's enjoying it.
yeah. Uh the president George Wallace, they actually used the black comedian George Wallace to replace him. I'm just like,
Wow.
So it was just like this TV show is recorded live in a black audience. I'm like, wow. They
Wow.
turned it to like 227. I'm like,
That's
So
that's
yeah.
funny.
But that's it for playing with power and everything. Corey, you ready for Femi News?
Yeah, let's talk some news, Ed. So Lego is planning on releasing a new Mario set this summer. with the announcements of Donkey Kong and Dry Bowser's castle battle coming this summer. The castle will host many secrets, and Donkey Kong will come in a minifigure. To learn more about the Lego, learn more about it. Lego's YouTube page has the trailer and stuff. Uh, Dry Bowser's Castle is planned for a release of August 1st. This looks cool for those who are collecting the Mario Legos.
Mm-hmm.
Seems the Bowser's Castle thing looks cool. Uh, yeah, what do you think, Ed? You think it looks
I
cool?
think it's I think it's cool. I was looking at the Dry Bros Castle. I was like, ooh, I might actually get this because I don't have none of the Lego sets from the Mario ones, but this one looked really cool. I kind of like how the mouth opens and the way that it's designed and stuff. So I
Hmm.
might pick it up. I might get into it.
Cool. Yeah, I just don't have any room. Plus, those statues exist, so that's where my money's going when it happens. Which, by the way, I pre-ordered the other two, so I'm very excited for those to make their
uh,
eventual way here to my house. Um, so
I still
yeah,
want to get you one for your birthday.
mm-mm. Nope, pass. My birthday's in November. It's March.
I know that, but like, if there's some new ones that come out around your birthday, I want to order one for you.
Nope.
Why not?
I said no.
Why not? I'm your best. I'm your bestie. I'm your bro here.
and
I want to get you something.
therefore you will do what I say. Um,
uh,
Speaking of saying things, we're gonna move on to our next story. It it looks like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's latest update is corrupting save files, as if this game didn't have enough problems.
okay.
Uh, the update was supposed to fix some bugs and performance issues, but doesn't seem to fix any a majority of the game. At this time, the Pokemon Company knows about the issue and say they're working diligently to get it resolved. Their next big update will take place in April. Man, this game's done. Just stop. Just start on the next one.
Yeah.
Like, I get that maybe you want to try to fix the bugs in this one to maybe prevent them from the next one, but just let it go.
I'm just waiting for everything to come out, and then I'll pop it back in, do the update. Hopefully, you don't corrupt my file and finish the game.
Yeah. It's worrisome. I'm kind of shocked that it's still having this many issues, to be honest.
I wonder if there's a list of games that their update has corrupted files. I know the EA one was one. I think
Yeah.
with Madden, that was like the last big one.
Yeah,
Um,
but also that game, hmm, there's way more wrong with Madden than just. All right, Ed. Our next story: the Super Mario movie released its last trailer this past Thursday with an April 5th release date. We got to see a little bit more from the movie and some of the action and comedy and a lot more Mario Kart stuff and some other things going on. Also, a lot of rumors have been floating around about a Nintendo cinematic universe and maybe Punch Out characters being involved in this movie. From a recent interview from Chris Pratt, kind of
mhm.
mentioned as much. Uh, what do you? How are you feeling about the Mario movie?
I'm feeling really good. It looks like it's going to be a ball of fun. Um, I do believe that what they got going for a 90-minute movie. Uh, I think it's just going to be like quick hits and stuff. Like the comedy's going to be there. Uh, but we still kind of don't know what the plot is and everything. I think we all just want to see how what zaniness is going on and how cool does it look and everything.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, and like what Mario games did they insert into this for it to have that Mario feel? Like did they take? Is there going to be stuff from Odyssey? Is there going to be stuff from Mario Maker 2? I mean, not Mario Maker 2, Super Mario Brothers 2. Like what
Mhm.
like I wonder are they like what are the hidden eggs they're gonna have in here. Like I'm excited to see it and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they're hitting all the right buttons, right, with this. No pun intended, I guess. I I just hope it's good. I think having a Mario or a Nintendo Cinematic Universe is a little premature at this point.
Yeah.
Um, I think they should probably, like, don't get me wrong, they should probably have at least another movie in development. And I think we kind of know that the Donkey Kong movie is kind of in development at this point, right? Uh,
Yes.
but for the rest of it, maybe just like don't put your cart before the horse, you know. Maybe don't have 50 movies in development like the MCU does, and then don't know what to do with them when something fails. I just, be careful, Nintendo. We all want it to be good, right? We all
Right.
want this movie to be good. Of course, we all want the. I think I would be lying if I said we didn't want the Smash Brothers universe, right? But also just make sure this first movie is good because we all know the uh what happens when a movie isn't good, right? I mean,
Yes.
look at I don't know the last set of Spider-Man movies where oh well their third movie ended up being a multiverse movie because the second movie was terrible, right? I don't know. I just be a good movie first and foremost, and then we'll worry about the rest of the stuff after it comes out, right? Because movies take a lot less time to make than a game.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah,
And I think Illumination is gonna do a fantastic job um
that's
with
what
this
people keep
movie,
saying.
you know.
Yeah, that's what people keep saying. So,
Like I think Nintendo probably gonna have trust them and have a good partnership. We'll see how it does when the movie comes out, and probably be looking like if it's gonna be a box office hit. Because I think it's gonna be a box office hit that week and everything.
oh
Um,
yeah, I mean, I think my nephews and I are probably gonna try to go see it. Um, so we'll see. Yeah, I hope it's good. I think it'll be no less than good, but I don't judging by like some of Illumination's other movies that I've seen, I feel like
mhm.
it'll just be good for the I don't know. I mean, Nintendo's involved, so there's going to be some sort of quality to it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I get really worried about these video game movies, and I think Detective Pikachu was good for what it was, right? I
Yes.
think Sonic was pretty that first movie especially was really good. I haven't seen the second one yet, so I can't speak on that, but from all accounts that was still also pretty good. Uh so we'll see, I guess.
Yeah. I think a lot of movies now, animated video game movies, I think Sonic is like the high bar at this time for it.
Yeah. So we'll see. All right, Ed. We're moving on. We are moving to our next story. Where's the doc? Here it is. Ed, it's finally coming to Switch. The new Kingdoms of Amalur DLC is finally coming. The team that worked on the Switch version delayed the expansion Fate Swarm late last year, very very late. The DLC is now available for 19.99, which is kind of weird because the Xbox version, uh, the game was 39.99, or you could buy the game and the expansion pass for 49.99.
Hmm.
So I mean, I guess that makes sense, but they didn't give you that option on Switch. And I wonder if it had anything to do with just maybe they didn't know if the Switch version was going to sell, or if it was going to be worth, you know, the old third party Switch problem. Uh, but yeah, it's finally coming. I think this game is excellent if you're looking for an open world action RPG with an interesting world and great combat. You should play this game. I played it when it came out originally on the Xbox 360, right before Mass Effect 2 or 3 came out. One of those games.
Hmm.
Maybe it was 2. And you got that there was Mass Effect DLC in Kingdoms of Amalur, and there was Amalur DLC in Mass Effect. And uh, I thought that game was really awesome. I highly recommend it. I don't know about the Switch version. I bought it intending to play it, and then I got sidetracked. But this game is really really good. If you don't want to play it on Switch, play it on something else because yeah, the way I describe it is the world is kind of like Fable,
Yes.
and like the art style, the art direction, the art style really reminds me of Fable mixed with maybe some World of Warcraft. And the combat feels like it feels like old God of War is what it felt like at the time. Maybe a little bit slower and
Hmm.
way more weapon variety, but like kind of that combo based let's use some cool weapons to kill enemies type thing. And I think there's some magic stuff involved also. Really awesome game from a studio that no longer exists because reasons. If you want to look up why that studio doesn't exist, you can go do it. I'm tired of talking about it.
I have it for PS3.
Yeah.
But I think I got it when they dropped it down to $20
Hmm.
for it. And then I think that's the time when all of that craziness happened with that game.
Hmm. Game was really put through the ringer. That studio, at least. So,
Yeah. Did one game and got shut down.
man, they were working on that MMO that took place in this universe, and they were already working on a sequel before this game came out. And yeah, I don't know, man. It was, I don't know. I wish this game would have done better, and like this universe would exist somewhere.
Yeah. So, well, we'll see how, because this is new DLC, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing about this DLC is this DLC is actually new to this universe. Like the base game has existed for 11 years, but this DLC was only in development after this new studio and THQ bought the IP
Hmm.
and wanted to continue the story. And they took some of the framework and stuff from the existing kind of plans for the DLC for the game, and they kind of went in and actually just developed it. They developed the entire DLC themselves, and probably in hopes for some sort of sequel. Um, so yeah, I mean, this DLC is brand new, new team. Hopefully, you know, people liked it, and I hope the sequel comes out for this game. I think this game deserves a lot more than it got. To be honest with you,
Yeah, I need to pick it up. I think it's just, uh, like I was telling you, Corey. I just didn't know that it came out on Switch
mhm.
or anything. Like I didn't get a release date, and if it did, I probably missed it because of other games and other
I
things.
think they just said soon. So, if not, if it's not out already, so pick it up. Cool game. Cool game. You know what else is a cool game, Ed?
Yes,
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
yes.
That is also a great game. Let me tell you about the DLC that's coming out. Wave 4 out. Birdo out. 5 other character slots question marked. So it seems like the last few waves of DLC we're going to be getting new characters as well.
Hmm.
Probably, I'm assuming characters that are returning from other games that just don't exist in this game, which I can't really think of any off the top of my head except for Donkey Kong Jr. But technically, Donkey Kong is Donkey Kong Jr., so I don't really know what, unless they did different versions of Mario or something. Maybe it's Samus and Star Fox, and I don't know. Maybe it's the Nintendo cart we've always wanted. It's coming. Maybe some Fire Emblem characters in there. We need more Fire Emblem characters in all of our games.
uh,
But have you had a chance to check out the DLC yet?
uh, no, I haven't.
Mm.
I have to re-download Mario Kart 8 and then check it on the expansion pass
The game
and
should
give
just
it a
always
try.
be installed on your console, Ed.
I know, but I buy so many games. It's to the point where I think I need to get 1 terabyte.
I know. I want to get a 1 terabyte also, but it's so much money. To be fair, if I would like not buy 3 games and just buy a memory card, that would
Card
probably just solve my issues. But also,
Black
man,
Friday.
I look at the memory cards and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just like I want you, but I'm not spending $100 on a memory card. I had a hard enough time buying the SSD for the Xbox Series X. I don't, you know,
Oh, I feel like that price is way too high.
I mean, it kind of is, but also solid state storage is also still pretty expensive. So, and to like a normal consumer, in the grand scheme of things, it's not very expensive, but also like still kind of expensive for
But it
memory.
still don't hold that much memory. I feel like just with that as big as these games are, I'm just like, man, I think I need like at least 2 or 3 terabytes. Like a 1 terabyte
Well, they sell
is not
a two
worth it.
terabyte one, but it's also like as much as the console. So,
Mm.
no, I think it's I don't know. I think it's like 300.
Well,
Still a lot, but two
exactly.
terabytes. I don't know. I've been thinking about it, especially like my Series S has no memory at all. So I like my Series S is reserved for games that I don't care to, theoretically record on or anything.
Hmm.
So all it's got on it is Disney Dreamlight Valley, Destiny, Fortnite, and like I don't know. I have Hogwarts Legacy on there right now because that's the game I'm playing, and my Series X is in the office. So because I was planning on recording stuff, but like I just don't have time, so why even bother? I just man, I don't. I have all these plans, I have all these ideas, and then I
Hmm.
don't have time. And the time I do have, I got to do other things. Sorry, this is kind of a ranty episode in terms of how busy I am this week and last week. But you know, any hoozle. Anyways,
Yes. And everybody said this is probably one of the best waves that's came out for Mario Kart. So that's good to hear.
yeah, which is good because the last 3 waves have been pretty underwhelming. I'll say. I mean,
Mm.
remember how underwhelmed I was by that first wave, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the following 2 waves, I just didn't. I just couldn't get into it. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I will. I love Mario Kart, and look, Mario Kart 8 is so good that like if you just add tracks, not gonna complain. I have just been. I don't know. It's like I don't know what I was expecting. It just doesn't feel like I don't know. It just feels like I think the big thing with that was like, oh well, we're gonna put the mobile tracks in here, and everybody's like, I don't know about that because
Right.
those tracks aren't. That's the thing is like those tracks aren't good. Just give me the old console tracks. As much as I want to like the uh, what do you call it? The mobile tracks, they're just not very good. Mario Kart Tour tracks are not very good. I guess is the long way of saying that.
Just give us the
Uh,
console or handheld ones. Get them pretty and
yeah,
throw it up.
you don't even have to do anything. Just make them 3D, make them pretty, and put them in the Mario Kart 8 engine, and let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go,
Uh,
as Mario would say. But that's all the news, Ed, that we got. Not a lot of big news yet right now. So, we'll hopefully get some soon, but has not happened yet. But
okay.
Ed, you know what else it's time for?
Yes.
Pack Watch.
Yes.
Still nothing great coming. Oh, I guess Bayonetta Origins is out this week. So on the 14th, we're getting The Legend of Heroes: Trails to Azure. Following the events of Trails from Zero, the special support section finds themselves with new members and new duties. However, rising tensions in Crossbell, along with pressure from 2 neighboring political powers, threaten both the safety of their home as well as the integrity of their team. Also on the 14th, we're getting Vernal Edge. Welcome to the kingdom of Harakat. Years ago, the land took to the sky, becoming a mysterious series of floating islands where the power-hungry Church of Aloe now rules with an iron fist. Enter Vernal, a young woman bent on finding her estranged father. With the help of some abnormal martial prowess and the amnesi- amnesiac automation named Sherval. Wow, man, my eyes are blind. She'll need to make her way across the mysterious land if she wants to satisfy her need for revenge and the truth. And lastly, Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon. Long before this trainee of the dark arts would come to be called Bayonetta, she took a fateful journey into the forbidden Avalon Forest. Alongside her was Cheshire, the very first demon possessing Cereza's stuffed toy. Play as both Cereza and Cheshire and search through the treacherous forest to look for the power to save Cereza's mother. So yeah, I mean I think that's pretty much the big one of the week, Ed.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I also think The Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure is also a pretty big release on Switch, since those games are starting to become bigger in the RPG space, I think.
Yeah, I've been wondering if I should jump into it. The thing about it is there's a lot of
I
talk.
know you well, there's a lot of that, but there's also like a lot of games that you need to get through because they're all connected.
Yeah.
And like
Uh
I heard there's good jumping in points, but also like you should probably start from the beginning. And
mhm.
yeah, I don't know where to tell you where to start because I don't know. I just know that those games are becoming bigger over here, especially because they've started being released on Switch and PC um,
Yes.
with native English ports. So,
Yeah. It's kind of like Dot Hack. Oh, that was like
mm,
on PS2 when
man,
it's just like
Doc Hack, yeah.
I've never seen a series that because I think the games are coming out every 3 months or something like that.
Well, they did the Mass Effect thing before Mass Effect, right? And I don't think that series gets enough credit, but also I just don't think that game was big enough to get noticed. But
Hmm.
like those first four games all connected, and they read your save files and your characters, and
Yeah.
like that was the big draw. Was basically, I mean, in hindsight, it was probably just like a 4 disc JRPG similar to PS1, right? But like at the time, that was like pretty cool what they were doing. My cousin was really into them at the time, and it's I don't think that series gets enough credit, but I think if Dot Hack came out now with like I know that there's Dot Hack games, but like I think if they did what they did back then, now they would get a lot more credit for doing something interesting in that space.
Yeah.
And I think uh, the Legend of Heroes is doing that right now. Is doing something interesting in the space. Uh,
Yeah.
so
I will say next week, dude, man, it's a really big week because
what's next week?
Remnant from the Ashes drop.
Oh right,
Have Have a Nice Death is dropping. Alteria RZA 3 is dropping. MLB The Show 23 is dropping next week. So it's like it's kind of a big thing
right,
next week for games
right.
uh and everything. So I think for people who are looking for like well, I don't know how MLB The Show is going to be. I don't know if people's doing physical or digital for it. Um but
Yeah,
the other games I kind of like digital.
I actually really liked what I played of MLB The Show last year. I probably won't buy it because it's coming to Game Pass, and I don't care enough about baseball to like go out and
Mhm.
buy the game, right? But like, I actually really liked what I played last year, and I've actually as so spoilers, I guess not spoilers, but tangent is the better word. Um, I've really gotten into this podcast for Cleveland sports called the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. And since I've started listening to that show, I've actually become a bigger Cleveland Guardians fan.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
and I've been like really paying attention to like the lineups and the rosters and the roster moves and spring training and all that stuff. And so like I'm actually kind of more invested in maybe playing the show this year a little bit as opposed to just like playing a couple games and be like, okay, that was fun. But like, I actually like really want to go watch them play maybe this year.
That's what I was going to ask. Are you going to like check out some of their games?
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, also like I always like I don't I don't care a lot about baseball, but like I went to an Akron Rubber Ducks game last year for
mm-hmm.
work, and it was actually a lot of fun. Uh, and so I don't know, maybe I'll go to a Cleveland Guardians game this year and be kind of more invested in the team than I have been since I don't know the '90s when the Indians went to the World Series. Uh, so yeah, that's that's a little inside baseball for you. Pun intended. Sorry, I had to get that in there.
All right.
So I'll check out the show. I will probably play it on Game Pass though, because for me that's where it makes more sense at this point. Uh,
I
and I
think
mean, if I like it,
mm.
and if it goes on sale on Switch, maybe I'll get it when it goes on sale, like I do NBA 2K every year. Uh, I always wait,
Oh,
man. I always get so. Fun fact: NBA 2K on Switch goes on sale in the second week of October every year, like clockwork. Goes on sale for $30 every year.
and then you wait till close to November, it'd be like $20. Be like,
Yeah,
dang.
23.99. I got it in what, November this year, December, right around Christmas time somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
So yeah.
well, I know. I think I'm definitely gonna pick up MLB the Show, 23, because I have the other one. This time I'm really gonna give it like,
Yes, you got to make that collection.
yeah.
I used to do that on like PS2 and and Xbox 360, where like, yes, I have all of the Maddens for like the last 10 years, and look at them all lined up on my shelf.
Yeah.
Uh, it's so funny. Like, you look at old sports games, and sometimes I don't know if you follow Wario 64 at all, or like have notifications turned on
Oh,
for him or
I
whatever.
follow him. Trust me, I
But
follow Wario.
do you ever see him like he'll post old sports games and he'll be like, replacement cases 99 cents, but it's like a sports game.
Yeah.
It's really
Uh,
funny.
man, I remember going to GameStop and just seeing on the used bin
Hmm.
all the Madden games.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm like, y'all spent $50 to $60 and now it's like 49 cents. I'd be
Yeah.
like, wow.
Well, I mean, you want to be part of the conversation in the rosters and doing the thing, right? I mean, that's the
Hmm.
point of sports games. But I mean, now obviously it's also Ultimate Team and whatever, but you know, sorry, that was my side tangent.
Sports.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess it's time for Game Fact Advance now. I guess we could do
Yes.
that. Game Fact Advance, everybody. Who's ready?
Yes.
So this one, with Shinji Mikami leaving Tango Gameworks, he has created a bountiful list of games. Most notably is Resident Evil 4 that came exclusively to the GameCube first, and then obviously not GameCube anymore. By the way, if you have Resident Evil 4 and it says only for GameCube on it, that version is worth a lot of money because the second print on GameCube did not say that.
Yep, I have it on mine.
So you know, little gem for you. Resident Evil 4 was part of the Capcom 5, which didn't get didn't get all 5 games. Killer 7, he produced Killer 7. He was a director on Piano 3. Piano 3 was an interesting game. An exclusive and executive producer on Beautiful Joe. After leaving Capcom, he helped form Platinum Games, but soon left to form Tango Gameworks. So yeah, that's
Yeah. I was looking him up, and you know, of course he's a director, but he has a lot of executive producer credits
mm-hmm.
from a lot of his games and
Yeah.
everything. Because I was just like, man, I seen Vanquish. I'm like, dang it, why is this game not on Switch? And why is there not a sequel out? I'm like, come on, Nintendo, up some money for this.
Man,
Give
yeah,
Platinum to
Vanquish. Vanquish is cool. I ended up I intended to play the HD version or the updated version.
Mm-hmm.
It was $10, and I was like, "Oh man, that's a great deal for Vanquish." Uh, so yeah, look for that. It's usually in that weird Bayonetta Vanquish bundle, which is like
Yeah,
not that bundle not that those games are weird on their own, but to have them bundled together is kind of weird, even though they're developed by the same company. But I think
yeah.
it's
And
weird that they bundled those games together. To be
I
honest,
I pass it up because I have vanquished the 360 version on Series X. I'm just like, okay, this it looks good to me.
yeah. I
But
mean,
I
the
still
Xbox
have
One version is great too.
okay, and yeah, I still have my physical for PS3. It was one of the 4 games that I brought when I first got my PS3.
Yeah, man,
So
Vanquish, what a game.
yeah, I just didn't like the way that it ended, and knowing we wasn't gonna get a sequel. Like, oh, come on now.
Yeah,
So
man. I don't know. Might maybe,
look, if that game get a sequel and Arms don't get one, I'm gonna be
dude. Arms is not getting a sequel, dude. 1,000 times over, make a Vanquish sequel over an Arms sequel. What are you talking about?
what if Arms 2 does happen?
Well, good for it. It got a sequel. I don't know. All of Nintendo's games get
I'm
sequels.
gonna do you just like how you did me when it came to Zora being in Smash. See, I told you.
But people were excited for Sora and Smash. People will
Well,
not be excited
yes,
for Arms 2.
I know that,
You are
but
not people.
I'm just saying that
Uh,
Arms so well enough for I think a 2 to happen.
I mean, I
Sora,
I don't think a 2 won't happen. My thing is I think Arms 2 will be on the next console and be something different.
okay.
You hurt my brain.
When
It's
I
fine.
don't hurt your brain.
I don't know. On days I don't talk to you, which is hardly ever.
Well, we didn't talk yesterday. We didn't talk yesterday.
I know, and I was fine.
Oh wow. Mm.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, Corey, I do have one question for
Nope,
Question Block.
no questions.
Uh,
I'm
it's
just
from
kidding.
Daniel McGar. With PSVR 2 coming out, would you guys like Nintendo to make a significant push into VR for their games, like a VR Legend of Zelda game or something like that? No, not
I
really.
was
Not
I
for
was
me.
actually I was actually thinking, Ed, and I knew I mean, I think Zelda is interesting from a Link's Awakening top-down 2D
Hmm.
perspective. I think that would be kind of interesting in VR. I think something like I think the game that would be most appropriate would probably be something top-down like Zelda in the form of I don't know if you played Moss Book 1 or Book 2 on PSVR or
Uh,
but it's kind of like a top-down we're looking around a diorama and you're controlling this little mouse that is doing some interesting things, right? And
yeah.
I think that would be something really interesting in VR. I also think something like maybe a Metroid Prime VR would be interesting in terms of scanning the environments and like moving around an area. I don't know if there would be a lot of combat because once you get moving in a first person's perspective, a lot of people kind of get
Get
sick
sick.
and
Motion
whatever.
sickness.
So I think what you would do would kind of like slowly walk around or have that skating feeling of like if you have somebody sitting down and you're kind of just like skating across the environments to scan stuff or whatever and solve puzzles. I think that would be really interesting. I actually think VR is interesting. I don't have a VR system, but I think what VR is trying to do in certain areas is interesting, especially in a non first person perspective. Like I said,
Hmm.
Moss is probably one of the most interesting things. Hitman in VR is also pretty interesting. Uh, What else? Pikmin, I think in a VR like like a tabletop perspective would be super interesting. I think where you'll be able to see the entire environment.
I think
Um,
Fire Emblem would probably be a good one
yeah, something
to
like
see.
that. Like something I think things that you wouldn't traditionally think VR would be known for are probably the
Mhm.
best things for VR.
Yeah,
Uh,
which is weird. So I did say no, and I think the reason why I said no is because I think Nintendo tried that with like, kind of, well, I mean not with
I mean, they tested it
3DS.
out with Labo, right? I mean,
Yeah,
that was like their we're gonna try maybe, and Mario Kart and Zelda got it right, and that was kind of it.
yeah.
And Zelda
I
moved too slow to be, be interesting in VR, and I think Mario Kart just made people sick.
I think if because now I'm thinking about it, I'm like if Microsoft would have kept their VR headset, and everything, I think they should and Nintendo should do this. I think Microsoft should have tapped Nintendo and Nintendo develop some games or
Hmm.
allow their teams to use some of their IP and make some VR stuff for their Microsoft headset.
Yeah,
Like I would be down for that because I want Nintendo. Like I understand Nintendo wants to control their properties and who gets to do stuff with it and everything, but I'm like Microsoft has been a big help to Nintendo, and I would love to see them return that favor and that business to Microsoft. Like I would, I think that would get more people into playing those games definitely with Microsoft had a VR headset. Like I'm sorry PSVR 2, but if people found out Nintendo was making some stuff for Microsoft and
mhm.
it was fun and worked and was selling, oh, the Sony would be in big trouble.
Yeah. I actually wonder. Microsoft's making so many weird and interesting moves right now.
Hmm.
I, man, I just there was a podcast I was listening to the other day that said that Microsoft might be looking to shut down the Xbox division. I was like, kind of like that seems pretty
Nah,
not correct.
that
you
it's
know,
make
unless like in 5 years, if the Series X isn't doing well, maybe they consider like changing things up. But like, I think the Series X is doing well despite its lack of games. You know, quote unquote lack of games. Plus, like Xbox is doing too well in North America for them to just completely shut it down, right? It might not be doing well
mhm.
in Japan or uh, Europe as well as they want it to, at least, but like it's still like doing really well here. It's selling pretty much 1-to-1 in North America to the
Yeah.
PlayStation. Just PlayStation is so dominant everywhere else.
Which is weird that you mentioned Europe because I just haven't heard anything about Microsoft in Europe. Like I don't know.
They don't sell anything in Europe either. It's like it's not as bad as Japan, but it's up there, right? I mean, they you're I mean, PlayStation is the biggest property in Europe. Uh
Yes,
so that's not surprising, that people
I
lean that way.
wonder why though. Why Series
It's
X
always been
is?
oh, uh go
Oh
ahead.
no, go ahead.
Sorry. I was just going to say it's always been like that since PS1 that uh PlayStation's just been dominant over there. I think because like NES and Super Nintendo weren't I mean, Sega was big in Europe,
Big,
bigger than
yeah.
Nintendo over, and PlayStation was kind of like the natural progression
Excuse me.
almost at that point. I don't know. It's just
Hmm.
it's weird. It's a weird situation over there.
Yeah, I think it was just not knowing how Xbox content was doing in the UK
Hmm,
and everything.
hmm.
So I knew about the Mega Drive being big in not Japan, being big in the UK.
Yeah.
Um but I didn't know how Microsoft themselves was doing because I will say I think Nintendo is doing okay for what it is
Hmm.
in the UK now and stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. But back to VR, I don't know if this current Nintendo is very interested in doing anything with VR, to be honest. I think they're pretty conservative at this point. I think if Iwata was still alive and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, him and Reggie were still involved and, Miyamoto was maybe a little younger, I think VR would have been a really interesting thing for them. But I think Nintendo is just too conservative right now. I
Yeah,
think
I
they
think
really
that.
like their position in the marketplace right now, and I don't think they want to do anything that's gonna, you know. Plus, I mean, the company still has the stink of the Virtual Boy, even though it technically wasn't 100% VR. It still
Yeah,
was virtual reality in a way, and I think a lot of people think that. Obviously, look, it took Nintendo 30 years to make another movie. Why would they do something with VR?
right.
So
And I think is the way that you mentioned it, Corey. Like I think Nintendo's focusing. Yes, they're focusing on switching the hardware stuff, but I think they got a bigger focus on their software and
yeah,
everything. Because that's where to Nintendo, that's where the money is at. Is the software.
hmm yeah.
Oh,
So we'll see. I guess very interesting times for you know
yes,
Nintendo. I
and
guess.
and shout out to Daniel for the Turn by Turn podcast.
Yeah,
He's been
we got to get
doing.
him on soon. I feel like we've said that before, and we haven't we haven't done it. We should probably get him on something at some point.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah,
He's been a Pow Block before, so but I'm going to
but
invite
I
him back
wasn't
in.
here.
I know. I'll try to get him on. Try to invite him and everything. Uh, get some RPG talk and so.
It's fair.
But everybody, that's gonna be it for Nintendo Pow Block. I want to thank you, Corey, for joining me for this, bro. Bro, out episode as crazy as it's going to be and stuff. I think we had a really good discussion.
Yeah, I
And
think it
stuff.
was fun. I mean, I think I've just been really stressed out about a lot of things in the last week and a half or so. I mean, we've talked about it a little bit, but there's some personnel changes going on, and some of the shows are, after April are kind of TBD at the moment, and we're trying to figure out how to serve our patrons after April
Mm-hmm.
with some content, and whether that's new or consolidating or trying something different. I'm not 100% sure, but I've been really stressed out lately with this stuff. So among other things going on. So yeah, I don't know. I might sound a little, I don't want to say grumpy on some shows. I hope I don't come off that way, but if if you guys are wondering why, if I have been, that's kind of that's kind of why. So, but it's fine. It'll all work out. I just I don't know how yet. And I'm that kind of person that if I don't know how something's going to work or pan out, I get really upset and nervous until it's worked out,
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we pitched an idea for a podcast for you and Jesse to head up to be some sort of, you know, something that we could do new. And I mean, we've been trying to figure out how to get Jesse involved again.
Yes.
And we don't really like to have more than 4 people on a podcast because people start talking over each other and stuff. So I don't know. We're gonna figure it out.
Yes.
Again, sorry for the rant, but I'm just like really really stressed out about it. Get me out of here before I start talking more.
Well, everybody, please have a great week. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on Nintendo Pow Block. Bye, everybody. Woohoo! Nintendo Pow Block is a product of Boss Rush Media, LLC, and is recorded from our headquarters in Akron, Ohio. The show is hosted by me, Edward Varnell. My co-hosts are Corey Dirrig, and Corey Yikes. You can find Corey at I am Corey in HD on Twitter and Instagram, as well as hosting the Boss Rush Podcast and Tower Casuals, the Destiny Podcast. You can find Corey at Corey_Yikes on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. You can find me at That Richard Cole on Twitter and Instagram. Follow Nintendo Pow Block on all social media platforms at Pow Block Podcast. You can also follow Boss Rush Media and Boss Rush Network on all major social media platforms. Join the Boss Rush Network Discord and Facebook groups to interact with other friends and fans. Visit bossrush.net for more great content and patreon.com/bossrushmedia to learn how you can support this show. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.